They could have took that $4.32 and got them half a coffee at Starbucks, a whole coffee and a fry at McDonald's. What's the deal, pickles? I'm back. It's Monday. It's actually the afternoon. I've been working all day and I just edited the vlog for last week, and this week honestly it's going to be a repeat of last week, so just go now. Go back to the last vlog. I've been sewing. I have one strip left of the two. I got one done today. And y'all, this is just a week of trying to get myself back adjusted. I'm so tired today. I should have slept today, but I couldn't. Layla! Layla! Y'all, she just went in and laid down. Come here. Come here. Come here. Trying to see. Oh, y'all can't see her. I'll show y'all later. Okay. Go to your bed. Someone was talking about her last time. Hi, yeah. Hi, yeah. So, I am going to, this week, finish up these strips because the new block a month starts on Wednesday, and I want to be ready for that and be able to record something on that. I do have some of the Q&As that I need to record because I was out of town. I usually record those on Sundays, and I couldn't because I was traveling. But I'm home now. Y'all, she's just sitting in my lap while she's a little puppy. She is not a little puppy. Bless you, sweetie. And so now I'm gonna I'm working now, but I'm actually gonna cut it off early and go to bed. I'm so tired. But yeah, the trip went well. You'll see in the next vlog because I finished it. But yeah, so tell me in the comment section what you're working on while you're watching this video. You're probably gonna get a lot of crafting this week because I want to get these strips done and cut. And I don't know what else. As far as the challenge, y'all, this challenge this week, I will be getting back to the challenge. I'm just gonna keep going and just keep you updated because I can't think about the fact that it just didn't go the way that I planned last week because of the rewrite. It ended up being around 40,000 words that I had to rewrite on top of only having half a week of undistracted time and going to a full-blown conference where my brain just went like, it was nuts. And then to end the week and end the trip, I had this very odd encounter that I'm gonna talk a little bit about in another video. I actually already recorded it because at first I was gonna go into detail about what happened, but I realized that the details weren't important. It really was just a thing of, I guess, I think it was an encounter that was an affirmation for me. Not in like this, me saying something to myself like a statement, but just, it was one of those things where I felt like God trusted me with something that was kind of heavy. And yeah, and like we did that thing. So I'm getting into the week. I hope you all are rocking with me to the end, and I will see you guys in the next clip because I'm not gonna have any footage from tonight. I literally have one strip left to do on this one, and then I'll have those. Oh, and look what I did. Looky. Let's see if you can see it. Look. Look. I did these. I came home and I bought them, and I had them put away, and I didn't put them up yet. And I wanted something to kind of go behind me when I'm talking to you guys for the like forward facing shots. And so yeah, I got some lights. Aren't they cool? I did 2 strings of them, and the box came with 4, and I gave the rest to my daughter. So she put some up for her videos because she's starting to make YouTube videos. So I guess I should have put them on the timer. But yeah, so that's it. I'm off to call it a night, and I'll see you all soon. Probably when I'll be sewing or cutting or nothing or writing. Talk to you in a bit. And there's Layla. Hi, Layla. Say hi. No ma'am. No ma'am. You gonna say hi? Come back, Layla. What's the deal? Pickles. So I have not done an update in a few days. Of course, I just ran upstairs because I had to go get my pieces because I finished the hat. But around here it's been crazy because of this tropical storm, the rain, whatever you want to call it. And it's been coming and going. It's kind of hovering, but unlike Harvey, there's breaks. Like there's patches of nothingness like now. So that's why, like right now, it's kind of dark in here because it's super dark out. I mean, it's dark outside for it to be early evening. So just kind of keeping our eye on that and working, of course. So I'm going to show you what I've been working on, which hasn't been a whole lot because today is Thursday. Tuesday, when everything kind of picked up, I was out on a day with my daughter. We went to the movies to go see Don't Let Go, which was a really good movie. And then we went to lunch and we kind of just did some window shopping and all of that. Then that's when the rain kind of started coming in and everything. And so yesterday was primarily focused on just, I was still working on stuff, working on client stuff. And just honestly, when it gets like that, like I feel like I'm not antsy, but just kind of paying attention to what's going on. So I did a lot of knitting. So let me show you. I finished the hat. And I'm gonna put it on. It turned out well. I did not run out of yarn, which I was surprised about. So I was able to do it with one skein. The only thing that I would do different, okay, let me show you. Only thing that I would do different is I think next time I want to do the top different. But look, y'all, it's so cute. Oh wait, hold on. This is gonna be the first time, you know, now that my locks are longer, because in the past what I would do was just, okay, so here's the hat. So, and then can you imagine when I get ready to wear this and have my earrings and some eyebrows? Another way that I could wear it. I think this will be amazing in black. Another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add some satin lining to it. And it's so warm and oh, it's going to be the best. Or I could even pull it back some. And it can go have a slouchy look. Now this pattern I could have kept going, and I would do it like this. So whenever I make a hat and I know I want to wear it to the back of my head like this, I like to make my band thicker. So this is it was like 1.5 inches or so. I'm gonna measure it. An inch. It's 1 inch. But I know I don't want to wear it to the back of my head like a slouchy. I want to wear it down like this. Because when I wear it like this, it's warm and it actually covers the bulk of my ears. I'm a person that my ears get cold in the wintertime. So that's the way that I wanted to do it. But if I know I want to wear it as a slouchy hat, what I do is I make my band thicker. So instead of being 1 inch, I would do like a 2 inch, maybe even a 2.5. It just depends. And then I will build more in the body. This one, I did it like this because it won't matter how long or short my hair is. It can stay out like this and then it'll look just cute like that. So I will put on some earrings, some lipstick, you know. It has great stretch on it. There are the stitches. And this, ladies and gents, is why I love knitting. I love the look of the stitches. The fact that you can't see anything. Look. Nothing through those babies. Look. Like, look how I have to push for you to see. So this is the part that I will probably change. In this area, I continued my knit purl combination, but I honestly think what I would do differently is when I get to the point where when the last major decrease, so like right about here, I would go to all knit stitches so that I would have the knit purl combination here and leave all of this straight knit, so it just would be a smooth finish. And it still finished well. Let me see. There we go. See? It looks great. And this Baraka is the bomb. I think that's how you say it. I still feel like they're fairly pricey. But it's so worth it. So I'm going to buy another skein or two. This one I bought on sale at my local beauty supply store. At my local knit shop, and actually it was by my old house like a while ago. Like I don't even live near it because they've moved it, but it's still not far. And the fiber makeup, oh, I took it out. Did I take it out? Oh, here it is. Oh, I also decided that I'm gonna order a couple of more of these tips, and I want to order another 16-inch cable. When I got down to the last few stitches, I missed what I used to do was get another one of my old 16-inch cables, the Denise ones, and use half of it on one side and half on the other side when it got to the last portion of it, instead of switching over to double pin needles. So I want to get another 16-inch cord so that I can use that as an option. And yeah, and then my little, you know, my little bag will be on and popping. So the fiber makeup, it was Vintage Chunky. I hope it's not backwards for you. It might be. It's Vintage Chunky. And the 52% acrylic, 40% wool, 8% nylon. And that is attributing for that bounce back. They recommend that you use size 10 US knitting needles, and I used size 8. And then I used a size 6 to cast on for the ribbing, and then size 8 for the rest of it. So it's a size 5 bulky is what, well, you gotta take my word for it. Let me see if I move out the way. Nope, it doesn't want to focus. Oh, there it goes. So here are the details. Normally this particular skein was $9, but when you think of the fact that I actually did a whole hat with one skein, $9, that's nothing for a handmade hat. So, and it did not take me long to do. That was even with just really kind of fiddling around with it. So I'm gonna buy some more. And I had this amount left. So what I will do is buy more of this and maybe black and use this last little bit as a rose somewhere in there just to use it up. And really, I really think I should make a cowboys one with this. I think I might do that. Get a navy blue of this same color and a white and make my husband one, because I made him a hat before and I kind of wore it out. I made the hat for him, but I wore the hat out, so I need to make him another one. And he would love that style. That's totally unisex. Okay. The last thing I want to show you an update on is my cowl, and I'm about ready to go on to the second clue, or technically I think it's the third clue, the next clue. I think I've hit the length that I want. I really was thinking I wanted it a little bit more, but I think if I keep going, it'll be way too thick. Like that, I in theory feel like I want it, but I think wearing it, it'll be overpowering because I'm not that tall. So I'm thinking that I may be at the size, and then I could always just add a little more length on it. And yeah, so here is the width that I have now, and it is, let's get a measuring tape out. It is roughly 12 inches. Oh, that's good. 12 inches. Actually, a little bit more. If I block it, I could probably block it to 14. And it'll be still nice and dense. See the stitches here? There we go. Those colors actually go together well, huh? So I'm at a great point too, because I'm back at the purple, and this is one of the colors where I have a whole nother skein. I still have a lot left of this one, so I have plenty left. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up making more than one to finish this combination, and I'll probably make the other one and give it to my daughter. And then actually, if I get the other yarn and make another hat, I can make 2 hats. One for my husband and one for my son, and then when I finish this cowl, start on a cowl for her. So yeah, it's kind of like how stuff goes, right? Like you make it and pass it on. Make another hat or 2 for me, because I'd love a black one, and then I probably would even like a black one just like that, and a black one that's slouchy. So I am off. That's it for this update. I will also be inserting, I'm sure, some footage for the Starstruck. So let me actually just say that now. Starstruck. What she did this year, which is different from last year, is she, you know what, y'all, I put these lights up. We got to use these lights. Can we use these lights? Can we use some lights? Let there be light. Oh my gosh. There we go. There we go. There we go. So what she did this year that was different from last year is she did all the cutting at once. I asked for that in my head last year because you found yourself cutting every week, and it's like, okay, I could have done this, been a lot more efficient with my fabric had I been able to do all the blocks. But when I saw all the cutting that was on there, y'all know I was having flashbacks of this daggone king size quilt that I am cutting that has 1001 pieces like the Dalmatians. So anyways, so here's what it means. Number one, it means that I will be able to really set up everything the way that I want. She has amazing instructions, and so when I actually start cutting it, I will be doing the footage for that. So look out for that video. My goal, Lord's will, is to have it up before next week when she puts up the first set of blocks. So what I'm doing is finishing up. This is the last little strip that I need to finish up. Finish that up, and then over the weekend record that footage and do the stuff for the Starstruck. But I'm excited to see how it's all going to come together. The fact that I can pre-plan where I want things to go and know exactly where I want it to go. In the footage that I've already recorded for you guys, I included, my dog is not happy. She's not happy. She's not happy because my daughter is braiding her hair, so she can't go in there. Layla, she'll be back. So in the footage, I show you all how I prep, how I go through and mark up the pattern. And so with all of that, you will see it. But it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm excited about it. And yeah, got plenty to do. So now I'm off. I have more work to do with, I'm doing computer work now. And then I have all of this area that you cannot see that I have to wrestle back into submission, because I can't cut for the other project with all of this everywhere. And it's everywhere because I've got to finish these daggone strips and finish cutting. How do I get myself into these things? But I do. That's whatever. So I'm off. I will see you all in the next clip. So I am still in the office. I'm working on stuff. It's late. It's release day. And one of the things that you hate to happen, hoping that this will fix it, some of the people got the correct file. Some of the people got the incorrect file. And one of the people with the incorrect file finished the book first, or was the first one to post a review. And I was freaking out, because what I do is I purchase my own book, and yes, you pay for it, because and I may have said this, but after I finish writing a book and it's already gone through the process and it's kind of had this time of separation, I love to read the book like a reader. Like, I sit with my Kindle, I read it from front to back. I try my best to read it in one sitting. And so I got ready to do that. And today, got ready to do it today. My plan was to do it after lunch, because y'all know I take my nap. And I realized that it was only 26 chapters in the book. And the book has 27. Y'all, I'm scratching because I'm tired. But I was freaking out. Like, I freak out on the inside, kind of. And I'm just like, I saw that and I was like, please don't let somebody that got the wrong file. Now my book is kicking butt with a big fat juicy 2 review. Which, let me tell you something. Let me close this down. So to see that, you know, it can be discouraging. But on the other hand, I feel like that's something I can't control. And that's the kind of juxtaposition that you're in. It's like, I don't want this to happen, but I can't control it. So you don't want to get worked up about it, but you don't want somebody to see the 2, and they're going to see the 2, and I can't change it. And so in the end, I just pray. Yes, I pray about the review. Why? Because you write and write and write and edit and pay for this and pay for that, and you do all these things. So you want it to be a success. And plus, like, no story is your baby, but this one was a great story to do after doing so much of the steamy romance. This romance is like totally in the wheelhouse of what I love to write. It's enough of a little bit of the heat. It has the suspense. It has those elements of what's going on, and has the elements of forgiveness, and it's just, ugh. So that's what's going on. I can't keep looking at it, because if I look at it, I'll just have to remind myself and have the pep talk with myself all over again. You can't control it. Calm down, you know. And it's just like, for this period of time, you're wondering, okay, does this book suck? Because here's the other part about a lot of this that I never hear anybody talk about. Listen, you can have editors, you can have beta readers, you can have all these things. But I feel like there is something totally different about the review of a person who spent their hard-earned coin on your book. You know, it's not the same thing as you paying someone. Yes, the people that I pay, I trust their judgment. But it's not the same thing as somebody that paid their hard-earned money. They could have took that $4.32 and got them half a coffee at Starbucks, a whole coffee and a fry at McDonald's. You see what I'm saying? Like, they could have done something else. And so to me, I take that seriously. And so it's like the first 24 to 48 hours until more reviews and stuff roll in, I have to make myself not look at it, especially because I have to keep going. I have other things to do, and so it's sitting there with that fat juicy too. It's just killing me. So yeah, but that's life, right? Like, you're going after something you believe in, you have faith that it's going to come to pass, and it's not happening until it happens. And it's kind of here. Like, you reach the end line when you put it up there, but that's really honestly just the beginning. So I'm going back to work. I'm gonna work a few more minutes. It's 10:45, and I'm gonna go back. Tomorrow is Friday. I get to hang with Miss Jenny and drink my coffee. But right now, I'm gonna get back to this and not worry. I'm gonna try not to worry. And I'm gonna get some rest and start over again tomorrow. That's it. So I'm gonna get back to work. I thought I'd show you guys. So Can I Have You is live in Amazon. Oh, but I could read. Let me read the description. That makes me happy. So let's see. Here we go. I am trapped in a beautiful prison. Ryan's badge keeps me submissive long enough to formulate a plan because I can't stay. So I do the unthinkable, running back to the only place I considered home, Madison Grove, with him hot on my heels. Then I find Mac again, and he makes my heart ache for more, thanks to his small town charm and quiet determination. But I'm on borrowed time. I'm trapped between an obsessed cop and an ex-Marine, outrunning my destiny or finding forever, or both, because I can't trust love, or can I? So there it is. So I have finished cutting for this project, or at least for the top. So let me see if I can get you a little bit closer, because I am so ready to be done for today. Okay, so I have all of the kites for the center. Here's a reminder of what the block looks like. Here are all the kites for the center. I have a right side and a wrong side, which technically will be like left and right, I don't know, but each side is different. So just as a here, so there, and I actually was left, and then the kite in the middle. I still have a little bit of a strip piece left, so that just in case something happens, I have another, have a little bit left. And also the remainders from the strip piecing for each of these strip sets will be used for a pieced backing. So this is what I have left for the pieced backing, and it will be sewed on to this. So yeah, this will, as much as I can of these will be sewed onto, like this, will be sewed onto this receipt tape. So yeah, all of this is great that this actually closes down and stacks on another container. I hope you guys can see it. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like this. And here's the final bit of that other piece that was left. And I also have some pre-cut kind of strips that were left. These I can actually use on the backing if I want to, but I doubt I will, because they're actually pretty substantial. I also have these fat quarter blocks that I have left, and I'm actually going to take these and add these to the Starstruck quilt. So I'm excited about that, because I have quite a few fat quarters left. And so yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So the last step that I'll do is actually remove all of the extra pieces from here and take all of these items and put them inside of here, so that I can move on to my next cutting project. Oh, and this is my nifty, like, high-tech way of keeping count. Here as well as here. And one of the things that I had to be careful about is, as I was cutting that, I paid attention to cut it on the right side and the wrong side. I did not do any type of expert cutting. I did not try to stay exactly on the lines. My greatest challenge was not to keep cutting the freezer paper, because I didn't want to slowly nip at it. So that was the biggest challenge. Also, another big challenge is this kite measures 18 inches long. And as you know, I mean, you can have a 24-inch ruler, but handling a 24-inch ruler is not easy. And even though I have a pretty nice size space, I do have stuff up here. Eventually, I want to kind of get this all under control and get some either shelving or something. But for now, I just got to do what I gotta do, and so it just took some handling. So what I end up doing for these 18-inch kites was ensuring that I cut as many as I could at a time. So from each slab of fabric, I think I was cutting the fabric across like 20 inches. What I did is made sure that I cut 4 at a time, so that from each cut of fabric, I was cutting 8 of these at a time, and I only needed 24. So it made the cutting go really fast. So now I am going to pack this all up. I'm going to call it a night because I have a long day tomorrow. But this is done and in the books. So now all I have to do is sew them together. How cool is that? So I think I said before, but this block is, I think, 10 inches. Yeah. 10.5 inches, but it's a 10-inch finish. So this is going to make a nice size quilt. That's me, Layla. You're okay. And another thing that I did not share is I found the backing that I'm going to use for this quilt. And here it is. So I was at, we have a local, well, a Texas grocery store that's called H-E-B. You will know H-E-B if you're in Texas. And they had these fleece throws that were 50 by 60 inches for $3. And so what I'm going to do with this is actually use this as the backing for this blanket. This is a throw for my daughter, which I've told you guys about before. It's not very thick. Let me get a little bit closer. It's not very thick. And what I will probably do is try my best to not get anywhere near this thread stitching on this end. But what I will do instead is sew it, and I will also do a traditional binding on it so that all of these ends will be on the inside versus, you know, any type of exposed, especially of this area. So I think it's going to be very, very, very nice. And it will go well with all of this so that when she flips it over, it's nice and funky. It's very colorful. So that is it. I'm calling it a night. All of this is cut and ready to move on to the next stage. What's the deal, Pickles? So I am closing out this week. It is Tuesday, and I'm closing out the vlog from last week as I edit this vlog. I did not get a chance to close it out. It was crazy at the end of the week with some things that I talked about in the video, but mainly because Saturday I was teaching a workshop all day, and then Sunday was my daughter's birthday, and so I was cooking all day. And yesterday which is Monday, when I usually download all the footage and start editing so that I can get this to you today on Tuesday, I went to a doctor's appointment that was supposed to be a couple of hours tops, and it took until all day. And so I'm getting to it today. So this week was absolutely nuts. It was not a regular week. It pushed me quite a bit, and mainly because I had the launch stuff going on, the file stuff going on, and my daughter's birthday, like I said, and then teaching that class, which turned out great, but it just is a reminder of when I say yes to do things, like how that stretches me a lot and how it's honestly disruptive to my day-to-day life, since it's already kind of packed and it just wasn't a good weekend to do it. So, you know, you live and you learn, you live and you learn. So, and I don't know, you know what, since it's at the end, I always feel like I give y'all a little extra juice at the end. And so one of the other things, which tell me in the comment section if you guys want to hear more about it, but I started keto, and y'all pray for your girl. Pray for your girl. I had a very interesting and timely encounter with a coach, and we just kind of hit it off and talked about just me. I've been doing research on it for the past few months, and one of the things that I don't think I've shared is I have been eating vegan I had been eating vegan for almost like, I think like 3 years. I don't know. I'm awful with dates like that. But I think it was roughly 2 or 3 years. And every once in a while I would still have fish like 2 or 3 times a year, like on our anniversary, my birthday, like that. But over the past probably 6 months, look, I'm going into it. I asked y'all if y'all want to know. Look, this was been closing out the week, but this is just rock with me for a second. So probably for the past 4 months, 3 or 4 months, I've really been thinking about trying different things to see how my body would respond, and how, you know, me going and eating vegetarian and then vegan really was a health choice, or it was a choice for just managing and maintaining my weight. And just over the past few months, I realized like I'm ready to kick it back into gear, and I just did not feel like what I was doing was enough to get to where I want to go. And I don't know what's gonna happen, but what I do know is just like everything else in life, nothing's gonna happen or change if you don't change. I'm gonna turn a little bit so we can maybe get a little bit better. That's a little bit better. I hate when you guys can't really see my eyes, even if it is a glare. So, you know, nothing will change if you don't change. And if I ever feel like this is not working and I want to go back to eating primarily plant-based, then I will. But what I am doing instead is really sticking to that philosophy, but adding in the meats. And so trying to limit processed foods. And that really kind of was where the turning point took place, is I realized that in place of having, you know, clean meats as much as you can, right? I was having processed vegan food, and to me it just didn't seem like that was, it didn't seem like those were the same thing. Like if you're gonna, so anyways, so yeah, y'all asked me if y'all want me to go into detail. I have not been recording videos. I have been, it's only been a couple days, and it's still very new to me. But y'all got goals, and that's just how I choose to move and direct my decisions, by the things that I see ahead of me and preparing myself for those things now. So now to my work week. How did the week go? Coming off of a trip, honestly, it usually takes me about 7 to 10 days. The number of days that it takes me to go on the trip, it usually takes me the same number of days to get back on my feet. I really feel like I did a better bounce back because I did have a busy week already planned. So my bounce back game was on point. I worked on I got all the kites cut, which you all saw. The strips were sewed and cut. Today I'm actually, which you're gonna hear in the next video, I'll be working on the cutting for the quilt along. So overall, that went well. As far as writing, that was slow because it was taken up by the issues I was having on Amazon. So my writing time honestly was spent on the phone and working on client stuff, which I don't like, but it was. I've already started on another project, like a short story that I have to get done. And honestly, having to manage not allowing myself to just stew and get down about the wrong file going up, and I don't understand what happened, and I need to stop trying to understand what happened and just go with it. And so that means, unlike before, like I love reading reader reviews, but I have to stop because it's making me sad because I can't do anything about it, and they don't do a good job of notifying people. And again, that's another thing that I can't control. So it still kind of bums me out, though. It really bums me out to take so long to work on something. And then, so anyway, so as far as that goes, it's done. And I have to remind myself of that. And yeah, so that is it for this week. I hope that you have enjoyed this vlog. I haven't even watched all the footage yet, but it looks like a good one. And at the time that you're watching this vlog, if it's during the week, at the last week of September in 2019, we will be having a live craft along on Sunday. And I should look up the time, but I'm going to try to link the video in the description box because I do have it already scheduled. I am going to be working on a granny square blanket while we talk and get caught up. So get yourself ready. Like, put it in your calendar, plan to join us. If you are not a crafter, I think this will be an absolute wonderful time. If you are a sister-like person that does your own reties, to sit and retie your hair. If you're a person that like to do adult coloring and coloring books, grab your coloring book. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to craft to join us. So come on, join us. And yeah, I look forward to chatting with you guys live instead of delayed in the comments. So I am out. As always, I appreciate each one of you. Thank you for all of the new people that have joined and subscribed to my channel. We are getting closer to 6,000 subscribers. Thank you for everyone that has submitted questions in the question Q&A video where you can leave it in the comments. And thank you for everybody that comments. I love your comments, even if it's just, you know, to throw them up. So let's talk about our emoji. Let's get some flames, because your girl needs some fire to get through the next week, because I have a feeling it's going to hit me in my throat. But it's okay. I am strong. I'm prayed up. I'm ready for my results to come. And I'm ready to get this thing happening. Y'all should have seen me in the grocery store reading all the labels. I was serious about this thing. So thank you all. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that you will get notifications every time that I upload a video. And let's keep this thing crack-a-lackin'. I will talk with you all hopefully sooner than later. Take care and goodbye.
If I can't have you, I don't want you to have anyone. And if you don't want me, there's something wrong with them, right? Maybe I got problems that I don't tell anyone. Have I lost my perception? Feel like I wanna do something wrong now. Packing all your belongings. Say you wanna take some time, but if you say we'll meet again, why'd you have to take everything now?